ready to grow out of it, a podcast about laughing at, learning from, and loving our creative childhood selves. I'm your best friend, Emily Holman.
And I'm your best friend, Erica Scott.
That was a really long pause. No, it was just your pause was very dramatic.
I was afraid to go because your audio is like delayed from your video, and I was afraid I would just like be like, and I'm your best friend, Erica Scott. So, yeah.
It's been 2 weeks.
Last weekend, learned to lead climb down in Arkansas and lead belay, which was really fun. I went to the fair back home for the first time in a couple years since I think I went with you, Emily. And
yeah, and you took that picture where you squeezed my cheeks like a chipmunk.
Yeah, wow, that was 2 years ago. You were just so cute. I just wanted to squeeze you. Were so face so good. Anyway, it was my first time ever bringing a boy to the fair, like including all of my childhood, because I'm a lone wolf, and we got to ride the Ferris wheel, and we didn't do anything romantic. We just like raised our arms up the whole time because it was like a double Ferris wheel and it was going really fast, and so it was like awesome. Rocking our whole carriage thing, and it was pretty sketchy. It was really fun. Could have slipped right out if we wanted. Yeah.
I remember when I almost fell out of one of those rides at that fair because I was like 12 and I shouldn't have been allowed on that big Viking ship thing that swings back and forth like that, like a pendulum of death. And I was definitely not tall enough, but they let me on anyways. And literally, I was lucky that I was next to a very concerned mom because she put her arm across my body like a crossbar and started screaming at the attendant like, "You better fucking stop this ride! This kid's gonna fall out!" Because I was like, my chin was up to the cross guard. Like I was about to legitimately fall out of this ride.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and my mom was down on the ground, like, watching this happen, and she's like, oh my god, my child is gonna die today. Like...
That's terrifying!
Yeah.
Well... Anyway.
So the quest is over. Long live the quest. Our flagship story for our podcast. And we are about to turn the page on a new story that you all, the listeners, have voted on. And Erica does not know what the results of the Twitter poll was. She asked me not to tell her because she wants to show her genuine reaction. And I kept my word. And you all picked the...
Wait, drum roll.
Sorry.
It was the drum roll. Me going drum roll.
There we go. The trashy supernatural romance that you wrote in 7th grade.
Oh, no. All right. Well, I'll get it. Okay. Oh no. Okay, so I have two things that I didn't realize were two separate things. I have one called 7 o'clock. I have the original. So I also have that, and then I have like a revised copy, and then I have one called Rewritten Part 1 and Part 2. So I guess I thought these were the same book, but I guess they're not. Okay, we'll do this one. All right.
The time travel one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit interested in that one.
Yeah, and I have already accidentally seen the first line, and I am not thrilled to be reading this to everyone. But all right, so this one I wrote in 2009. So I guess I would have been what, 12? 11?
10 years ago.
Yeah.
So if you're 22, you'd be 12.
Cool. So I was 12. So that means I was in 7th grade or 6th grade going into 7th grade.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, so I had just read Evermore and Twilight maybe. So I think it's a weird combination of those things plus my intrigue with time travel. And I believe it was also during the Dark Ages, in which I'm referencing Emily and I's brief stint of not being friends for like a year.
Yeah, literally a whole year we didn't talk to each other.
Realistically, I don't even remember why.
I don't remember either. I straight up don't remember. I think it may have had to... I think I remember now, actually.
Oh, no.
So you remember that website that we had?
Oh, no. Yeah.
I think it was after that whole debacle. To explain that story, Erica and I and another friend of ours, we started a website for furry role playing in like 6th grade.
I guess that's what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it literally was a furry role playing server.
But not sexual at all.
No, it was definitely not. No, we were like 12, so it wasn't sexual. It was just like, we think those animal people are pretty cool. We wish we were animal people. We're gonna pretend that we're animal people with other people online who are also pretending they're animal people. And it never got that weird. Like, I never came in contact with any like pedophiles or anything. I don't remember if you did.
No.
I think we had a total of like 2 logins per week for as far as traffic went. And
But you know what? Someone called me asking to buy out our website because they saw it had potential, quote unquote.
oh my God, really?
Yeah, really. But that was after we weren't friends anymore, so I don't know if I ever told you about that.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, someone like called me and was like, "Hey, do you own the whatever website it was?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Hey, we want to buy it from you. We want to buy the rights for it. There's a lot of potential here." And I was like, I'm 12.
Is this allowed?
Yeah, I was like, man, I feel like this isn't legal. But anyway, yeah.
It was called the Forest Warriors.
Do you think it's still up?
I know it's not, because I remember talking to our other friend who owned the website after you left, like the end of high school. And I was like, hey, remember that website we had? And she's like, oh yeah, I deleted that.
Oh.
So it's not, sadly, it is not online anymore. And I really wish it was, because we would go to town looking at that.
We would go so to town. We would just buy that town. Oh man, I'm so sad. Okay, well anyway, yeah.
But yeah, so what happened was we had this website and we had some kind of falling out because I don't remember what the deal was.
Okay,
and then,
so I think what happened was you and other friend became very close, and OG friend, got real jealous. And I think I just like I don't remember if something like specifically happened or if I just got angry for no reason and just like
I straight up don't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember either.
And then I remember there being lots of discussion about, like, because you went by the name Coyote.
Yep.
And we were like, why is Coyote not picking up the slack with modding the website, like moderating the role-playing servers? Because you had pieced out, and like other friends started being like, well, if she's not gonna be doing her job, then maybe we should replace her. And we got a different friend from my church to take your place, and we basically, I think we deleted your account.
Ouch.
I think we did, and then you were like, fuck this, I'm out, which rightfully so. I would have done the same thing, and we straight up didn't talk for a whole year.
Yep.
And
the other friend thing hadn't happened yet because you came up to me in art class because we still had art class together and literally didn't speak. And you came up to me after we hadn't spoken for like 6 months maybe, and you said, hey, I don't know, I just feel like I should tell you, so and so, other friend is planning on hacking into your email. And I was like, what? What the heck? I was like, why? What is she hoping to gain from this? But now it's hilarious.
It's like, hilarious because so what would be funny on a 7th grader's account? It would be even useful, like literally straight up your Neopets reminders.
Literally.
So yeah, and then I think at one point, like during the summer after that year, we like met on the playground because I just was out there to hang out because everybody just hangs out on the playground during the summer when nobody's there. And you live in the same neighborhood, so you ended up showing up there too. And we were like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, I don't even remember how we like made up, but it happened.
I straight up think I was like, I'm sorry that like we treated you so badly. This sucks. This is dumb. I don't even care about that website anymore. You want to be friends again? Like, I think we straight up were like, this is so stupid.
Yeah.
And then it was like, we're fine.
Yeah, we were like, cool, wanna hang?
So yeah, this story is from the dark ages, from when we weren't talking.
Yeah, so that probably explains why it's so bad. I didn't have my perfect influence, Emily, helping me out.
Oh, God.
So I feel like I should explain what this looks like before I start because it's
Please.
an atrocity. So it's a black journal with like dark black lace look covering it, and there's a red heart on it, and it just says journal, and it's like red glowy. I have all the chapters like tabbed on top, which most of them I don't know what they mean. Like one says finding out, one says leave, one says goth Roy. So pretty excited about that.
Who is this Roy and why is he so goth?
I don't know. And then you open it up, and in pencil, hurriedly scribbled across the whole front cover is 7 o'clock, analog style. And then it also, on the next page, says first copy, unedited. And then I made my own sticker to put in the front, which says, this journal belongs to Erica Scott, written in 2009. Please return if found. And it's in really bad handwriting. In the very back, I have a folded up piece of paper that says unfold here, and I have not, let's see. Oh boy. So it is on some scrapbook paper. It is, I think, supposed to be a drawing of like the layout of a house, and it says McKinley's house sketch upstairs. And oh boy.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh, I'll have to upload this, but I'm gonna show you, Emily.
Oh goodness.
And then to the side, I just scribbled unsure locations, and then in quotations, peace place, and then note, many rooms, not all discovered. So,
okay.
Oh,
mystery house.
Yeah, it's a big old mystery house. All right, so I wrote this in 2009. I guess we are diving in. I am very anxious right now. Okay. Oh. Okay, chapter 1. Only minutes left now. I whisper to him, revealing how frightened I really am. Oh God, I gotta get into this. This is
gonna be so good. I'm so excited.
I'm like burning inside already. This. He rubs my arm. It's okay. Everything's going to be fine. But everything wasn't. Ooh. Hey, they told me that I needed to have a hook. And boy, did I hook it this thing. It's not okay. Okay, but no need to worry about that now. We'll go back to before everything became this complicated, like the first day of my sophomore year of high school. I would like to comment, I spelled that SPHAMORE. Sophomore. Okay. How was I supposed to know there were such things as magical pendants, time travel, or anything else for that matter? But I was wrong. Very wrong. And I wouldn't find that out for a while.
I feel like we're getting a lot of 7th grade Erica's psyche of like, shit sucks, bro.
Yeah, this was like when I turned goth. I mean, I lost one of my best friends, and I started reading Twilight. You know, it was a big, a big leap in life for me. I lived in the biggest, most popular city known to the USA, New York, and it never once dawned on me.
The biggest, most popular city known to the USA.
Oh, okay. And it never once dawned on me I could live anywhere else. Like, I breathed in designer clothes, the newest fashions, and the best shoes. My life was perfect. I was popular pretty. Okay. I was popular pretty and had the best family. I didn't know that would all change. I certainly didn't expect it. But when my mom and dad split up, leaving Roy and I by ourselves, so Roy's the brother. Goth Roy, let's go. Roy. I'm excited. I don't know if this was influenced by Super Smash Bros. Or what. I think it was 100%. I think I had a crush on Roy. Leaving Roy and I by ourselves, things definitely took on a new role. Then when my dad died from cancer, my mom gave us up for adoption.
What? This is so much at once.
Oh, teen fiction novels be like, hey, do you remember that one time we went for ice cream and then our dad died?
Yes.
That's what this is, 100%. Okay, so then when my dad died from cancer, my mom gave us up for adoption. I knew we were on our own. Well, duh!
This is so good. Erica, this is so good. I've never heard this before. And
once again, haven't read this since I was 12, so... Oh, I'm crying a little bit. Okay. Who wants to adopt a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old? Not anyone. We were alone for good.
Oh.
And here I was standing with Roy in front of our new school, Maysville Central High School. I like that I just put another word in front of my high school and was like, perfect. Okay. A slight breeze ruffled Roy's auburn hair. 100% Super Smash Bros. Had to have been.
It's literally Roy from Smash Bros.
Literally. I'm not even being coy about it. Coy Roy. Okay. Are you ready? I asked him. As I'll ever be, Roy sighed. Oh, as I'll ever be, Roy sighed. I was wearing blue jeans and a long-sleeve light blue shirt. With winter ending so soon, I would have to get out all my summer clothes, too. Okay, thank you. I guess that was my subtle author way of telling you that it was winter. Or it was about
soon gonna be summer.
Maysville is a nice little town up in northern Kentucky. It's pretty cool in the winter, but not nearly as bad as New York. As would be expected.
Yeah.
Is Maysville a real place, or did I just make that up?
Let's Google it.
Yeah, I actually have no idea.
There is a Maysville, Kentucky, and a Maysville, Missouri.
Yeah, fuck Missouri. Okay,
Fuck
so
Missouri.
I bravely took a step forward and inhaled deeply. Beside me, Roy breathed in too. We both walked forward to the main double doors. We exhaled and walked in. Lots of breathing. This is a very breathing heavy page. Oh wow, going straight into it.
That was my sound effects.
Thank you. We'll overlay that in the background. I would not try to be popular. I would find a few friends and stick with them. All popularity did was break up my family.
Well,
what?
Okay.
Cancer and popularity, I don't think are the same thing.
Cancer is such a popular medical problem, and it broke up my family.
That's why our mom gave us up for adoption. I was too popular.
Oh my god.
So
I feel like we should clarify we're not making fun of cancer patients or people who are adopted.
No, I just don't understand how my human brain worked.
Yeah.
So there's a line here that I marked out in pen. I'm not sure why. It just says, I'll see you after school. Good luck, I muttered to Roy before we stepped into the office. I crossed that out for some reason. So without that, it just goes from all popularity did was break up my family to, hi, how may I help you? The secretary asked with a giant smile on her face. Roy let me do all the talking. This is Roy Aarons, and I'm Brooke.
Is it Brooke?
Brooke, yep.
Brooke. And I'm writing this down.
Ahrens. Brooke Aarons sounds like a famous baseball player.
Right?
I don't know why I picked that.
Brooke Aarons stepping up to the plate.
Swing, bada bada. Okay. Oh, the Aarons. Thank you so much for coming to Maysville, she smiled. Yeah, Roy mumbled. She gave us our class schedules, then as we stand outside the office... Okay, just switched tense there.
Is that the end of the sentence?
No, it's just like I switched tense, really weird.
Okay.
She gave us our class schedules, then as we stand outside the office, I whispered, good luck, you'll need it. Wow, I'm a bitch. He just grinned, and I would like to comment, I spelled grinned Grined, and said, stay out. He just grind. It said, stay out of trouble. Not possible, I laughed. Besides, I should be saying that to you. Roy was never the brightest when it came to school. He may be a year ahead of me, but I get better grades. Man, so I'm really building Brooke up as like this beautiful, popular, smart.
So far, I'm not a fan. I really like Roy, though.
I know, I do. But I'm also picturing like actual Roy, so that helps.
Yeah.
So we walked away, me to American history, Roy to algebra. I arrived a little early and went to sit in the back next to a girl with long curly black hair. It reached all the way to the middle of her back. Hi, I'm Rachel. You're the new girl, Brooke, right? Wow, word really travels fast in this little town.
Yeah, maybe it's a small town where everybody knows each other. So if you're new, it's like apparent.
It's northern Kentucky, so probably. I'm so excited you're here. Nice clothes. Where did you get them? She babbled mindlessly on.
Oh, jeez.
But I was transfixed on something else. Oh boy, here we go. How was I supposed to know he would be a major threat to Roy and I?
Oh
no. Yeah. His hair was a little past his ears. It was coal black, like midnight. Oh God, I can't do this. His beauty was awe-striking, perfect in every way. Handsome, skinny, but muscular. Everything a girl dreamed of. I'm crying. Everything a girl dreams of, Emily. Isn't that what you dream of?
Skinny but muscular. Oh.
But I swore I wouldn't like a guy. I couldn't. I didn't want to get mixed up in feelings and find out he's cheating on me or moving.
Those were your main two concerns.
Those are the only two options you have in a relationship. Oh God. I can't deal with another loss. I didn't notice. Well, I lost my dad and also my mother, so you know how it is. It's horrible. Okay. I didn't notice when Mr. Adams called out a question and I totally missed it. I felt a nudge on my arm. I shook my head and turned towards Rachel. Are you okay? She asked. What were you staring at? She followed my gaze. Sorry, off limits, she laughed. His parents don't allow dating. Oh, this is very Twilight. I wasn't staring at him, I retorted.
Erica,
I was watching.
Remember when we were in high school and I would zone out and you would try and like point to me and then follow where I'm looking at? And it would always be at like some classmate and you would be like, oh, you like just totally exaggerate.
I totally forgot about that.
It happened like almost every time I zoned out. I think it was in chemistry. It happened a lot in chemistry, and I would be like zoning out because I didn't give a fuck about chemistry, and you're like, oh,
oh, someone has a crush. Okay,
no, I was just gay.
Yeah, that'll do it. I wasn't staring at him, I retorted. I was watching the board. I lied. Sure.
Rosie?
Sure. Sure, it's not like every other girl doesn't dream of him. Don't be ashamed. She giggled hysterically, then let out a sigh and stared at him too. What's his name? I asked, knowing the second it's out of my mouth I shouldn't have asked. Nicholas McHenry. Ooh, what a name.
So the McHenry house is the one that you drew on the... Yes. Okay, I'm so invested in this lore right now.
I'm so glad. Apparently I to his house at some point, so that's exciting. Nicholas McHenry, Rachel sighed again. The bell rang and snapped us out of our trance.
I gathered my short class.
There was one short.
She came in and sat down, talked. One question was asked, and then the bell rang.
Listen, that's how school happens. That's how I remember school happening, honestly. I gathered my books and walked out, trying my best to avoid Nicholas. But he didn't avoid me. He walked straight in my direction and called my name.
How did he know her name?
I don't know, but I guess, Rachel knew my name. What a strange thing to do when you're 15. Okay.
When I was 15, I went out of my way to not talk to anybody.
You just bit people.
I had stopped doing that by the time I was 15, I think. I hope.
I think. I remember talking to, we can cut this out. I remember talking to Chase one time. He was like, you're friends with Emily, right? I was like, yeah. He was like, dude, she bites me. Yep.
She bites
dude, she bites me. Anyway, I didn't respond. I kept walking like I didn't hear him. And before I knew it, he was right beside me, walking in step. I glanced back. How did you? I started. I wasn't that far behind, he laughed. His laugh was musical, like it may have taken years to perfect. Oh. Oh. He's like, oh. Oh my god. Oh god. I blushed a deep scarlet red. I knew I shouldn't be talking to him right now. Nicholas talked so lightly. The light patter of rain outside almost drowned him out, but we mostly walked in silence. I was surprised when he stopped suddenly. I wanted... so he's like, hello, Brooke. Hello. And then they just walk beside each other in silence, never having met before.
That is the weirdest interaction.
Oh! I believe this is your next class. Am I correct? He asked. I glanced at the door. Mrs. Bishop, Spanish. It spelled in block letters. Yeah, I replied clumsily. I'm not sure how you reply clumsily with the word yeah, but...
yeah.
As I pushed the door open and turned around to thank him, he's already gone. I grimaced and walked in.
What a bizarre... I love that. It's just like,
this is your next class, right?
And then he's like,
deuces. he's like, this is your next class, right? Ah. He turns around and he's gone.
This is the ASMR portion of this podcast.
I'm crying. Also,
I'm Nicholas McHenry.
We're gonna get a lot of laughs out of this.
Yeah, I feel bad for whoever's listening. Also, I changed tense so much. I grimaced and walk in.
Yeah.
It's just this whole thing. I think what I did was I started it in one tense and then went back and like tried to because I see them like added in like EDs.
Yeah.
And so I think I just missed. Anyway, Mrs. Bishop greets me at the door. Brooke, it's so nice you're here. Y-O-U-R. I just nodded and head to the last remaining seat. I don't mind sitting in the back all the time. I actually prefer it. So I sat down, dropped my books, and faked a smile.
Okay.
Like no one's even looking at her. She's just like beaming in the back row. She's just like, all teeth, baby.
I'm so happy to be in Mrs. Bishop's Spanish class.
But of course, the second I sat down, Mrs. Bishop has to be a quote-unquote good teacher and call my name, then motion for me to come to the front of the class. As I reached her, oh man, this is so bad. She spuns me around. I'm gonna reread that just to give everybody a second to have that in their system. As I reached her, she spuns me around to face the class.
I love that.
This is so bad. This is our new student from New York. Her name is Brooke Aarons. Everyone say hello to Brooke. Low mumbles arise from the students. Great, just like first grade.
Hi, Brooke.
Would someone please show her around today? She asked the class. A girl in the back raised her hand a little. Thank you, Kayla. Please tell her how things work around here at Maysville High. I really didn't want any attention whatsoever, but I ignored that thought and tried to smile and wave to Kayla without looking ungrateful. So odd. Okay, after she took me around the room once, we walked into the hallway. Look, I don't want to be here either, but I thought you'd prefer me over some other people, Kayla said. She didn't mention names, but...
So Kayla, so they're in the middle of Spanish class. They're in the middle of Spanish class.
No.
Kayla walks her around the classroom and then goes outside in the middle of Spanish class. Like, I don't want to fucking be here either, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
what a baddie. Kayla is a baddie.
Did you have a friend named Kayla?
I did. I think it's based off her. She was a baddie too. #baddie. If you're listening, Kayla, you a baddie. She didn't mention names, but immediately thought of a boy I assumed to be Goth from American History.
What?
Kayla immediately thought of a boy? Okay. He was dressed from head to toe in black, and his pitch black hair was gelled into tiny spikes lined in a row on top of his head. He wore black makeup and eyeliner. His nails were painted black. I shuddered at the memory.
Wait, is this a different guy?
Different guy. I'm not sure why I'm mentioning this man. Only for the fact that I think I'm just showing that there are goth people in Maysville, Kentucky. Kayla noticed and grinned. You see my point? She pulled her short blonde hair into a stubby ponytail. This is definitely based off my friend
Definitely
Kayla.
your friend Kayla.
Same person. Anyway, I'll take you to the gym, she said, pulling me away from the lockers and towards two large double doors. Their white paint was peeling and fading and needed badly to be repainted. Okay, I guess I was just trying to throw some visual aid in there.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Okay.
Environmental descriptions.
I guess so. She shoved the door open, revealing a bunch of sweaty jocks and prissy stuck-up cheerleaders who stood around complaining about guys' clothes and nails.
Wait a second. Were they both in the same locker room?
No, I think they went to the gym. She's opening up to the gym.
I was about to say, straight up, they would have, shot us dead before we set foot in the guy's locker room.
Yeah, there's no way that would happen.
Yeah.
I used to be like that, but now I couldn't imagine myself as one of them. The image and flashback horrified me. Of being prissy?
She talked about how being popular ruined her life.
I'm really excited to hear what happened. I grumbled at my thought. I just all of a sudden start going
popular.
Okay. So far we have that Kayla just we have that Brooke just grins ecstatically in the back of the classroom for no reason and also grumbles to herself. Okay. You'll come in here for PE and lunch. I laughed. I'd never had a caffeinasium before.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, thanks. I'd gone to a fancy school a few blocks down, but I decided on this one. So do they still have money if they were just put up for adoption, or how does that? Okay.
She stole a bunch of cash out of her mom's wallet before they had to go to the adoption center.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know how this works. I don't know. Is she at an orphanage or is she with a foster family?
I guess we're about to find out. Something wrong? Kayla asked, raising her eyebrows. No, nothing, I replied. I just didn't know it was both. She grinned. Yeah, you'll get used to it. We walked out and bumped into a short man whose greasy black hair was thinning. Ooh. Sorry, he mumbles. Wait, you must be Brooke, Roy's sister. Very nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Brown, the principal here at Maysville High. Also, I spelled principal Principle. I hope you find everything to your liking, Mr. Brown said while shaking my hand. I faked grin like I cared. He smiled too, glanced around, then walked off. He seems nice, I finished. You'll take that back the first time you go to his office, Kayla laughed. I hope I never have to. She laughed. Good luck. Lots of laughing here.
Lots of laughing and fake grinding.
Fake grinding. Kayla took me down a long hallway and stopped in front of a large white door with band spelled out across the middle in bold yellow letters. If you join band, you'll practice in here. Kayla motioned towards a cramped little room with tiny black chairs. Music stands were set up in front of each chair, as is standard. No thanks. Not
standard.
Really.
Music stand.
I made a joke. Didn't even know it. No thanks, not really a musically talented person. She just laughed and said me neither.
Why did they?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. We stood there.
I think it's because you were in band and you were like, what rooms are in a high school? Well, we've got classrooms, we've got the gym, we've got music. Yeah, that sounds good. That's what a high school has.
I'll go with that. We stood there for a few minutes thinking of our failed attempts to play an instrument. Okay. After that...
How did she know that's what Kayla was thinking about?
I don't know. After that, she showed me the restrooms and the nurse's office. Okay. Thanks so much for showing me around the school. Yep, going off the checklist of things in a school.
Why would she show you the restrooms?
I don't know. I
This
don't
is
know.
where we write graffiti on the doors.
And smoke crack.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for showing me around the school. I really appreciate it. I walked back in the direction I thought the classroom is. It's that way. She pointed towards the shiny white door with Mrs. Bishop's name carved into it. So it was literally...
I love our trend of having stupid idiot-ass main characters.
What is that about? Why do we do that?
I think it's because we're both stupid idiot-ass main characters in our lives.
Yeah, that's true. Also, on the last page, it looks like I didn't like part of it, so I cut another page out, taped it on top of it, and wrote over that. So I don't even know what the writing is underneath it, but anyway.
Okay.
I glanced around. I knew that. I was just getting a drink. I walked over to the drinking fountain and took a sip of the ice-cold water. Sure, whatever. Kayla rolled her eyes and smiled. Her smile was unique. Not exactly a full smile, but it didn't show any teeth either. It was different, and I liked different.
Does Kayla listen to our podcast?
No, definitely not. I haven't talked
Damn.
to Kayla since I wrote this book. Maybe she was freaked out. She was like, ew, does this girl have a crush on me? Oh my god. By the time we reached the classroom, there was about 5 minutes left. We had missed the whole lecture. I was glad, too. I'm terrible at foreign languages. We sat back down in our seats and patiently waited for the bell to ring. After it rung, I got up from my seat and hooded for the door, but Mrs. Bishop pulled me aside. Did you get a full tour? She asked me. Yeah, I replied.
So the bathrooms and everything.
Bathrooms and everything. The ground up cocaine left on top of one of the bathroom toilet stalls.
Paper dispensers.
Yep, that's how you know you're in Maysville. Under her breath, she whispered, "Was Kayla nice? She has a reputation for being a little cold-hearted." Why is that? I asked, not remembering any signs of harshness. What a weird way to word things. Anyway, her parents died in a car crash a month ago, and her grades and attitude have gone harshly down since.
Oh, God.
I guess
Kayla.
there's no parents in this town. Everyone's parents have just fucking died.
Yeah.
Just orphan city up in here. Okay. I nodded my head, knowing exactly how she felt. Yeah, she was very nice to me. Good, what a relief. She wiped her hand across her forehead, wiping away imaginary sweat. What a dramatic teacher. I shrugged and walked out. The atmosphere here at Maysville was strange, like something weird could happen at any moment.
That was my spooky noise.
I liked it.
I am so excited for this story. I'm so glad that we're reading it.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited too. So yeah, that's the a little sneak peek, if you will, at my wonderful writing skills from 7th grade. You're welcome.
I'm very excited to hear more about Nicholas McHenry.
Thanks. Maybe he doesn't have parents either.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
And then he just lives in his big old mansion by himself.
How lonely. Maybe we'll have to solve a mystery there. I'm thinking, I'm picturing, the Scooby-Doo hallways where they run out with the ghosts and go into one room and then they have to come out another door. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they never catch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited for this story. Oh my god. Also, it's nice to have you do the reading for a little. You have a nice. Your voice is just I don't know. It's nice to hear you read.
Aw, thank you, Emily.
It's nice.
So sweet. But no, this has been great. I'm glad, I guess, that this was chosen to read. I think deep down in my heart, I was hoping this would be chosen because I was I remember it being really bad. So I'm very glad that it has lived up to everything that I thought it was. But I have a little bit of a warning. I think it gets a little bit religious. For a little bit. Yeah. So it might get kind of intense. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a warning on that.
Intense religious overtones.
Yeah. Not even subtle. Just
I get to see a side of Erica that I didn't get to see because I was too busy managing a furry role-playing website.
Yeah, this is kind of like a glimpse into the year that we missed as friends.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Because I wrote something during that year too, but I think it was the trilogy that I wrote about that wolf pack.
Yeah, I don't think I ever read that either. Definitely.
I was really heavily invested in the, I don't remember what it's called. The Lupine Chronicles is what I called it.
Baby!
Yeah.
Oh, Chronicles.
It's a whole ass trilogy.
Wow.
A new chapter for Grow Out of It.
Oh boy, yeah. Oh, and we're still looking for anyone who wants to be featured with their old bad work, or if you have any music that you want featured that's good music that you are creating right now.
Yeah, if any undiscovered artist that's trying to get their work out, you can definitely get a hold of us at growoutofitpodcast@gmail.com. Send us a track, or literally just tell us where we can buy your track, and we'll buy the track and put it on the website, on our podcast, because we want to get your work out there. And then maybe 10 years from now, when you're famous, you can come guest on our podcast and be like, hey, remember that dumbass song I put on your show?
Freaking sweet, bro. Do it.
If you want to hear more about us and our lives, you can follow us on social media. We have an Instagram and a Twitter. Instagram is @GrowOutOfIt, and the Twitter is GOOI Podcast. Oh yeah, thanks to Necropodicon for having us on the network. We are super excited to be a part of the family, and thank you to Mangosteen for our theme song, She's a Lady, off the album Planets. I fucking love that song. But yeah, it was good to have you here for another round of us reliving our pasts.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you 2 weeks from now. Let me check the calendar. When's our next episode supposed to come out? Because this is coming out. Our next episode will come out October 14th, I believe. And if that's wrong, I'm sorry. As we leave you, enjoy the music of artist Dizzy Dog and his single Release of Pressure. So now all we have to say to you is sayonara, suckers! God damn it.
Adam here from the Gunpowder Treason No Plot podcast. The show you've just listened to is part of the Necropodicon network. Visit necropodicon.com for a host of other podcasts, including our own misadventures in a 5th edition homebrew world of mad gods, crazed cults, and violent revolutions. Check out our new episodes every Monday on the Necropodicon network.